Hey, welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and we're going to look at this UPS truck and see how I have it set up for a roadside rescue. I turned it into a mobile mechanic shop, so coming right in, we've got this fire hydrant. The batteries are kept under the first step here. There's 2 batteries, so they're pretty strong. I've got these wires running up to an inverter in the back here, so I can charge electronics, you know, the computer, stuff like that, batteries for my tools. Up here, the engine's under here. It's automatic, got a 6.5 diesel. I've got underglow on it, so I've got the remote over here. You know, you've got hazard lights here, a fan for the summer when it's hot. There's no AC, but there is heat. Lights over here, pretty minimal. You know, this overhead cooling system as well, that just pulls air in from outside. So looking in the back here, up here is where I keep all my fluids in these baskets, brake cleaner, carb cleaner, stuff like that. Stuff I don't want to get dirty here, papers, receipt books, calendars, pens and stuff. I keep everything over here, my business cards and my logo bumper stickers as well. I've got 2 toolboxes, one here, one there. I thought originally I could use just one, but I had too many tools, so I got another. I've got this bench seat back here so people can ride with me, as well as a passenger up here in the co-pilot seat. I keep my hammers over here. All my oil up here. Here's a 5-gallon drum of oil for this truck. Automatic transmission fluid in this bucket. Antifreeze. Pretty much everything you see is pretty clear. My breaker bar is up here because it doesn't fit in the toolbox. Got my creeper here, my lockout kit here in case I lock myself out of somebody's vehicle, which just happened. My ramps and my oil jugs here. The one on the very end is for antifreeze only, coolant only. My bag of random bolts and nuts. Over here I've got a bucket I keep my used oil in, a bucket of rags. Here's my jack. I put a towel under it so it doesn't roll around. I have to go slow around corners no matter what. Here's my basket of all the things that come in these little kits that I don't want just riding around and sliding around on the shelves. That shelf's empty other than that. Got my jack stands under there and some blocks to chalk the tires. Here's my trash bucket and a stool I'll use in here, or when I'm doing brakes or something if I want to sit on a stool. Up here I've got all my tool kits. You know, you may not know what they all are from here, but there's a more extensive video that goes through what each one is. Slide hammer. Here's where I keep my gloves, my paper towels, and my hand scrubbers because there's no sink in here. So when you're on a mobile rig, you got to use those hand scrubs, but they work pretty well. You don't have a sink though. I've got some wire and some hose over here. Here, this seat's pretty nice to sit on and relax. Up here's where I keep tools I'm going to be using. This is for a job I'm doing later today. Some, you know, gas pistons for a rear door I'm doing later. There's a battery, it's core, some other cores up there, and some snacks. Down here, if you look in the toolbox, you have to keep them locked because when you're driving, if you go around the corner and all the drawers open up, the box can fall over. So here's where I keep all my wrenches and all my extensions. Here's a little 90-degree adapter, which I really like. This drawer is empty, but my vacuum pump goes in here when I have it. It is getting taken back to the store right now because it's broken. Here I've got my screwdrivers, pliers. Here's my diagnosing drawer. I need a few more diagnosing tools, but here's my code reader, multimeter, other stuff. Here's my sockets, the ones I use regularly, 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch, 6 points. And then I've got my real shallows there. Drawer of random stuff that I use pretty often, tapes and battery stuff. And my torque wrenches. Here's a junk drawer full of stuff that I don't want to throw away because I use every once in a while. And then if we come back here to the other toolbox, we'll open this up. Yeah, if I'm not using them, they stay locked. Up here we've got wrenches I use quite a bit. I like Duralast stuff because I'm at AutoZone a few times a day, so I can always warranty them real fast. Allen wrenches, still figuring out what I want to put in that drawer. This drawer as well, still empty. Here I've got other wrenches I don't use quite so often, but are nice to have. Here's my electronics drawer, my headlights for when it's dark out, headphones, random stuff like that. Here's my standard size sockets. Never use them, but I don't want to throw them out because I may need them every once in a while. Spring compressors. Here's my power tools. I want to get everything in Milwaukee, but right now I've got an assortment. Some Harbor Freight stuff, that Walmart drill, and here's my Milwaukee Impact, which is a lifesaver. And then right here I've got my other sockets, which I use ever so often. Obviously I'd never throw them out because I still use them probably once or twice a week. And these are my 12.38 And that pretty much does it. There's my impacts. I use those all the time. Here's a look around the truck again. Depends on what I'm doing and where I'm parked. Sometimes I'll just access everything through the front door. It's easy to get in and out of. And a lot of times I'll open up the back, especially when it's hot, to get air flowing through here. And I'll just jump up through the back and grab tools. But, you know, stuff's pretty evenly split between that toolbox and this toolbox. So, you know, there's not really one that's better than the other. So we'll lock these up. That's it. If you have any questions or you want to see something that you noticed but you didn't really get a good idea of what it was, then feel free to check out the extensive video that goes over what everything is here exactly. You know, this is the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. We do roadside rescue, mobile mechanics when somebody breaks down, or even just normal mobile mechanics when somebody wants to pay a little bit less than they would at a shop because we don't have as much overhead, have the job well done in the comfort of their own home. They don't ever have to go outside. Mobile mechanics is the way to go. So this is what we use it for, but we do a lot of rescuing people who you know, their cars broke down and won't start, stuck on the side of the road. We're going to be fixing it up with some emergency lights so we can pull over on the side of the interstate and stuff and help people. And we're going to get it wrapped on the outside as well. But this is just a look of how everything's organized now that we got the new toolboxes in here. Again, if you saw something you want to know more about, check out the extensive video. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.